Hello my friends and welcome back, it's episode 58. And I've just loaded up a save game before the duel here because I went away and I read about the duel and now I want to discuss the duel. Because I feel like this duel is a true example of why this is a bad D&D game. You cannot win this duel without pre-knowledge. Once you reach this point in the game, if you go and deal with this duel and you don't come back to it, I don't know, when you're like 4 or 5 levels higher, then you can't win the duel. Now the game understands and acknowledges this, which is why if you lose the duel, the game just carries on and very little changes. But what really sort of annoys me is, it's possible to win this duel, but it's not possible to win the duel in the duel. This is the thing that truly annoys me about D&D. Or, you know, games like this. So, you know, the obvious suggestion is to buff the pants off of Valerie and then grease the floor to beat him. And I just think to myself, well, this is all well and good doing all of this stuff, but isn't it kind of it's you basically knowing what's going to happen before it happens. And that's how you're going to win. I can't remember if you can stack these kinds of buffs. Oh, this is funny. Blah 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 blah. So now you can have this duel in the middle of, you know, a load of buffs that you've casted. And in a second I'll also grease the floor. That's why I brought the wand of grease along. And if he falls over, he won't be able to heal himself, and then that'll be it. Yeah, you know, you'll win the battle. Now the real question is, how do I get the, there we go. Doesn't look to me like she actually cast grease there. Now you just have to wait for him to fall over. Because as long as he's stood up, he will heal himself like crazy. And you need incredibly high level to outperform him. That guy fell over, but it's the wrong guy. Oh, down he goes. Oh, he made his roll straight away. I think I'm just too low level to even attempt it. But you can see how it would work. I am doing a lot of damage to him. Okay. All I'm doing here is repeatedly casting True Strike instead of actually attacking. It's also incredibly awkward to use these things. Wand of Cure Light Wounds is really failing to do any big heal here. Whether you win or not, she ends up scarred. So, just something to keep in mind. Nice hit. But yeah, I believe he has infinite lay on hands. So you actually have to really overwhelm him. Which is not going to happen at this level. And so you can really see, this is just what is terrible about D&D. There's no strategies you can employ. There are so many battles that are just like this one. That there are no strategies that you can employ that are going to make any difference whatsoever unless you have sufficient levels and you know what's coming and you use your pre-knowledge to have everything prepared and ready before it happens. And undoubtedly you'll also have to potentially build her more offensively to win that fight, because he's designed to just constantly heal himself knowing that she is not very good offensively and that he'll just grind her down given time. So even abusing the fact that I have freedom of movement so I can stand in the grease and not be knocked over or anything. He was pretty quick to make his saves and get back up again anyway. It's pretty tedious. There's not much else to add. It's a game of strategy with no strategy. Just what you always wanted. I just feel like you feel like a passenger in the game more than anything. Of course, if you trained her to be a mage or something similar, you could probably poison him down, or there might be some ways to deal with his constant healing. But I mean, the guy has 30 AC and Valerie only has plus 14 attack, so... even with all the buffs, it's going to be just a long, tedious battle. And those buffs, of course, will run out eventually. And yet, you know, if you put off the quest and come back when you're like 4 levels higher or something, you'll probably just mince the guy. Looks like you're no longer able to change your party here either. It just bugs me, man. I know an RPG is mostly about the story and not about the combat. But it's just terrible design that the only way to win a fight is to know everything about it in advance. Unwinnable fights are just like the absolute bane of RPGs. They've always been hated. Oh yeah, just because you can you can potentially win it by basically setting yourself up to win it in advance, knowing that it's coming. This just does not strike me as great gameplay. Okay, I believe this is like a kind of DLC dungeon. That's worth a visit. I guess I need to rest at some point. Okay, there's a dragon. And you can talk to him. There's a dead dude enjoying the food. You answered my call, Protector of Golaron. I will have you know no one has ever returned from these caves alive. Who are you? Blah 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 blah. The maker of all. I made a mistake and they paid dearly for it. You see, I never understood the true nature of the monster. For many years, heroes and IATs to call would enter these dungeons thinking monster larvae were the greatest threat. The World Breaker. These brave heroes still wander the labyrinth. Find and destroy 4 of their strongest, and the power of the beast Magnus will weaken. The Fallen Priestess. Oh, she's Japanese. She's called Tiyoko Sakasama. Okay. The two are bound in death and can revive each other, so they must both be killed at once. Oh, how irritating. He's got goodies! He's got +2 mithril full plate. Which apparently costs almost exactly the amount of money I have. Well, we can go and have a little ponder in the dungeon. This does reek of DLC. All very self-contained. Honest guy. Is he honest? I am an honest guy. Maybe I should be called the smart guy and not an honest guy. What if you make someone angry to turn an honest guy into a dead guy? You just annoy me. He's very honest, this guy. Hey, a wand of haste. It's pretty sweet. None have returned. Except you, because you have the plot armor. Wow, this does not look good. I have no idea if this is the right move or not, but okay. There does not appear to be any way for me to proceed. Ah! It's a were-rat. And a rat swarm. Wow, they got wrecked. I guess light magical weapons are enough to kill swarms now. Well, this might be a good dungeon to make some money in, since it's a DLC dungeon. Okay. Don't know if much of this has value, but hey. Wadding! Another unidentified exotic weapon. I wonder if how long it will be until we actually find an enemy that's sort of worthy of a turn-based battle. Because you could have come here a lot earlier than I have. As well. Just some alpha wolves. You know, you have to worry about all this purple goop everywhere. Okay. You have been blessed. A handful of gems is worth just 4 gold. Well, seemingly a lot of enemies here, but they're all low levels, so they're all just going to get wrecked. Oof! Okay. Wow, take the traps seriously. Definitely take the traps seriously. That was a lot of firepower. Okay, I think that's a greater intellect. Interview with the weary traveler. Interview with the weary traveler. Like Interview with the Vampire, but with the weary traveler instead. Bombardier's Vest. Interesting, an armor that actually provides an attack bonus. The dog is stuck. Like, he's actually stuck in the wall. Oh! As soon as combat was over, he unstuck himself from the wall. Okay, we have successfully loot goblined our way through part 1. Though it does look like there's another area over here that I missed. Yep, there's blatantly a, what's this, a fake wall? Well, I don't know if it's a fake wall or not, but Octavia managed to just walk straight through it. And find absolutely nothing. Nothing except a failed perception check, I'm sure. Oh wait, it's not Octavia who got through. It's Icundeo. Well, there doesn't appear to be anything there, or if there is. If there is beyond my capabilities to get out. Okay, we can just area transition. I don't know if that's bugged or what, or that was a piece of the map that they decided to just seal off. They were going to do something, but now they're not. Is this like a portal that leads back out? Looks like it is, doesn't it? Looks like it's a portal that leads you out again. Polite, honest guy. And yeah, probably don't need that. Well, nor that. Nor that. That might be useful for a vivisectionist slash alchemist. If I encounter such a thing in the future. Well, so far that was an easy 5 grand, and I do need to build up money to buy build points, I suppose, if I'm gonna annex more regions quickly. Okay, let's have a look at what's next. Were-tigers. Something I've not seen before. Level 7, still not hugely scary, but probably getting there. Okay, I tell a lie. They're plenty scary. Okay. They are in fact incredibly scary. But not to my main armor tanks. Okay, no problem. Just means that we can start taking the level seriously. But yeah, that werewolf tore through my back line very quickly. Here they come. Let's go with a bit of prayer. That is a lot of damage already. Let's put the old haste on. That should speed things up. Okay, that was easy enough. Punching daggers. Still nothing exciting. Should probably consider turn-based mode if we start encountering really powerful enemies. We'll actually have to think about fights instead of just plowing through them on real-time mode. Oof. Hold position until I can get that disabled, please. After all, the last time we encountered a trap, it was bad times. Makes you wonder how the hell the old honest guy, quote unquote, manages to get down here and actually liberate the loot. Okay. Wolves. Ah, for crying out loud, I couldn't get her away. It's impossible to get them away in friggin' real-time mode. It's impossible to get your, It's impossible to get your soft characters away from enemy melee characters in real-time mode. Even if you hold down Alt Control to do the 5-foot no opportunity attack move, I mean, it doesn't help because they just follow after you. You can't actually create distance. Oh, this game. Okay, that was easy enough. I didn't even... Oh my god. The door shuts by itself to lock you in. Or out. It's not gonna matter because it's just wolves, but still. Something else to keep in mind. Oh, there's actually a couple of different ways to go here. Didn't I find a box here last time? So you've got to, I think you have to actually get through the door, as it were. Okay. A secret area. That's probably what that other area was. But just sort of walking through it without actually detecting it kind of made the game lose the plot. Speaking of which, I need like 20,000 EXP to level up. Okay, this area was actually hardly worth the visit. Found time-worn Aslanti belt buckle. I guess this is going to backfire if you fail. Whoa! Valerie was just killed in an instant. Well, what the hell just happened there? Okay, well that's a battle worthy of turn-based mode. I don't know if it's the archer or what, but someone was just nailing us with acid damage there every single time. And I think this might be part of there was a there was a thing that I read that said that in the late game of this game of Pathfinder, you would eventually reach a point where all the enemies do nothing but touch attacks, and so using armor AC becomes worthless, becomes pointless. And just from that battle alone, you can see why. Right, let's quickly just go up and collect this stuff, and then we'll go do that battle again. When they start going for your touch AC, you know, you have no defense against it as a warrior. Okay, let's do it. Let's put it in turn-based mode and actually get ourselves an interesting fight out of this. Did that work? I guess not. I guess I failed the roll. I can't tell because the actual events log has died. Okay, so what am I looking at? Yeah, he's got splash acid arrows. So if you know they're coming, you can put up a shield. Then they're not such a problem. Okay, shields up. Let's go ahead and just make this guy's life unhappy by getting all up in his Bismarck. Nice hit. Oh, he tripped it. Wow, there's a real opportunity to put the mace in. Oh, nice, nice, nice. So many nice hits there. So, I mean, this battle is actually now pretty easy because of the acid protection. I would say... Right. I might just leave turn-based mode on for the rest of this dungeon now, because these battles actually look like they're going to get hard. They also look like battles where each floor has a theme. So once you understand the theme, you can put on the correct protection. And then you're good to go. Nice. He dropped this composite short bow. That doesn't seem to be very exciting. Helmet. You dare go over my helmet? Dwarven Champion's Helmet. This helmet enchants the wearer's main weapon with Orc Bane and Goblin Bane special abilities. Enhancement bonus to AC increases to +2 against the attacks of Orcs, Giants, and Goblinoids. So it's a ridiculously specific helmet. Which is not useful. Okay, kind of want to finish cleaning out the floor before I go down to the next level. It's a trap! It's a secret room. Yeah, it's like the one on the first floor. Except we didn't discover the one on the first floor, we just accidentally kind of waddled into it because it looked like there was one on the map. Wow, that hurt. And was probably overkill. Ouch. Okay, well, Valerie has the joy of freedom of movement. So she doesn't care about that difficult terrain. But Papa Smurf does, so he might as well sit where he is. Ah, damage mitigation. Oh well, let's hope the old main DPS here can get the job done. Right. Okay, let's just turn turn-based mode off. It's over. This battle is finished. Okay, he also dropped some stuff. Another Bombardier's vest. There shouldn't be any combat left. Oh, there's a chest. Valerie has that tower shield is fire resist as well. +3 dart that uses strength instead of dexterity. Okay, that's it I think, isn't it? No, there's one more area over here. But we're an hour in, so I guess that's it for now. We're gonna call it for now. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting dungeon. It's just that, you know, I don't find D&D as a system to be that tactical or that engaging, really. It's just really missing something. And I think a lot of what it's missing just comes from the fact that pre-preparation is very powerful and actual deciding what to do in combat is much less so. And that's probably my biggest issue with it. But anyway, that's it for now, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.